Welcome to InfoHub Extended. As the village of Orealla came online, it achieved a number of firsts. The tiny village, which is poised to be a tourism hotspot, continues to grow leaps and bounds and may very well be a flagship village for hinterland community development.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
We're here in the beautiful village of Orealla, where the Ministry of Public Telecommunications is bringing yet another rural village online.
We are Orealla.
And we are online.
The village of Orealla is now online following the commissioning of 6 internet hotspots across the community by Minister of Public Telecommunications, Catherine Hughes. These hubs will allow residents to have free, uninterrupted access to the internet while being in a public space. For the first time in history, via the telemedicine initiative, doctors and healthcare providers at the Orealla Health Center are now able to have direct video communication with central hospitals such as the New Amsterdam Regional Hospital and various other hinterland health centers.
With the new system, the telemedicine system, we can actually help patients in the sense that the distance, first of all, to travel from Orealla to another district hospital, it's actually 2 hours stops with a boat with the ambulance. So that time can be shortened in order to meet with another specialist, in order to meet with another doctor via the teleconferencing, via the telemedicine.
Now, with this groundbreaking technology, Orealla, in addition to coming online, has become a flagship community, as it is the first community to have this technology granted to them.
Imagine any person, Tushar, that has a problem, a serious medical concern. It's hard to get to Georgetown. It is easy for you, Doc, to bring them in here, and you all speak to any expert in Guyana, in any part of the world. So this is why we're doing this, and I'm so excited that Orealla is one of the first places that we've actually set this up and we've been able to test it.
While this in itself is a major development for healthcare in Guyana, the very same kind of innovation will come for education within these far-flung communities, as Minister Hughes explains her vision for education in these communities.
I remember going to Anai in the Rupununi, the South Rupununi. And I met a young girl there and I said, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I was so excited. She said, I want to be a biologist. And I said, wow, that makes sense. But guess what? In Anai, at the high school, there's no biology teacher. We know that we don't have enough teachers in our country. And that's the other reason why we brought internet and technology. Because we're now going to be able to arrange that 3 times a week, if the biology class is taking place at a high school in Georgetown, she would be able to come and sit in front of the camera, in front of that same TV. And she would be able to connect to that biology class in Georgetown.
This vision will be realized in the near future, especially as the minister commissioned a brand new ICT hub in Orealla, providing 10 laptop computer systems to be utilized by the students and residents to get online and get their research done. This is what one of those residents had to say.
This will enable our teachers to do research so they can improve their teaching and improve their content of the classroom presentation. It will also help the business people. We've had young people being trained under the HAZE program of the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, and they can now be given the opportunity to advertise their products.
The HAZE program, or Hinterland Employment Youth Service Program, targets 3,000 indigenous youths across 100 villages in the hinterland. It was launched in the Paramakatoy Region 8 back in 2015 and has vastly improved the lives of those who fall under its purview. But the community is being connected in more ways than one.
With access to the village commonly being a 2-hour boat ride in or out, the need for a more modern and efficient dock was seen. As such, the Ministry of Public Infrastructure is constructing a brand new stelling to serve the residents.
The main mode of transportation is boats. From here, from Orealla to other places along the river, to the coast. So there are many boats that are traveling on the river. So, and even into Suriname. So that's how we are linked to the other places.
Not only will this stelling serve as a critical access point to the village, but it will allow for the boosting of the village's tourism capacity, something that the Tushaw is eager to bolster as he plans to make Orealla a choice destination for those wishing to explore Guyana.
In that shed there, we're going to have a clerk who is going to record the names of all visitors and accept their visitors. We are asking them to make a contribution of $400 towards the village, towards the improvement of the tourism drive. So a clerk will be there in that shed, and so it's going to help us along the way.
Despite all that is being gained from these communities coming online, bringing Orealla online was no small task, as chairman of the NDMA, Floyd Levi, explains.
Whenever we go to hinterland and indigenous communities, we look for certain key areas. We look for the educational institution, which is a school in your instance. We look for the health center. We look for the police station. And we look for the village office or the meeting place. So when we came to Orealla, we found that the school was at one end of the village and the health center was at the other end of the village. And in the middle, we saw this Benab. And then in between, there was a dorm, there was a police station, and then there was NCN.
This unique layout posed a serious problem, as each of these institutions wanted to come online, but were too far apart for a centralized connection, forcing the NDMA to get innovative, and that they did.
So we took a hard look. We huddled here with the engineers and said, how can we get this done? And the guys told me, Mr. Levi, this is not your average Amerindian village. We'd have to do something that we have never done before in a hinterland or Amerindian community. We have to run fiber optic cables.
Now with this investment and undertaking, Orealla has taken a number of firsts, from being the first to come on board with the telemedicine program to being the first indigenous community to be connected via fiber optic cable. But the journey for connectivity doesn't stop here. Orealla remains a flagship community, but it now serves as inspiration for other communities to get online. In her heartwarming explanation on why her ministry is bound on making sure that all of Guyana comes online, Minister Hughes hammered home a well-known fact about Guyana's culture.
For us, one of the things that we recognize in the Ministry of Public Telecommunications is that our country is vast, and yet we can't speak to each other. And that's why there was a thrust that we deliberately going to all the hinterland, poor and remote communities, and we're going to try to make sure we can connect them. And once we can connect them, and that's why we started with the radio stations. Yes. That's why we're doing the internet. And once you start, the important thing is that we not sit down as a people and complain. We're going to start. And once we start, and we start to change that mindset, because it's a funny thing, when people see things happening, then they start to think, oh, I could do this, I could do that.
This has been InfoHub Extended. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye.